Good day, everyone. My name is Maria Kądzielska, and welcome to Poland Daily Culture. In this series of programs, I'll be talking to Michał Laszczkowski, the head of Cultural Heritage Foundation in Poland. If not for Michał, many great pieces of architecture would be still in pieces, if not gone forever. Michał, thank you for finding time to be with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
But before we start the interview, let's see some shots of his actions. For Poles, the castle is Kamieniec Podolski, is the most known as a place where Pan Włodyjowski, Mr. Włodyjowski, was killed. But of course, it is a great piece of architecture, but not only the castle, but the whole city with its churches and with other monuments. And you, with your foundation, are also working there. What you're doing, and which of those places do you take care of?
If we think about Kamieniec Podolski, it's the most interesting city in Ukraine, in my opinion, because it was a border city. So if we think about Kamieniec Podolski, we think about the last Gothic cathedral. I mean, you are crossing when you're going to the east. The last Gothic cathedral is in Kamieniec Podolski. Kamieniec Podolski was also a city where there were some times where Turks were ruling there, and from that time we've got plenty monuments, Muslim monuments, even in the churches. Our project takes place in Saint Nicholas Church. It's from a Dominican church, and church which is really impressive. It's very old. The base, the first part of it was built in a Gothic style. Then it was Renaissance, Mannerism, and the last part of it is made in Rococo style. The whole church was closed in the late 30s. Kamieniec was a part of Soviet Union. It was a warhouse, and in 1993 the whole church burned down. Fire was taken to the church, and in 90s church was almost fully destroyed. The renovation process started just in 90s and takes place till now. Frankly speaking, we are always surprised with the things we are finding there. We renovated the paintings in one of the chapels, and suddenly we found other paintings in other chapels. We were 100% sure that everything is known. Right now, we know that this church has to be checked by the art historians one more time, because suddenly during the renovation process we discovered things we didn't expect it. The costs of the renovations are really high. We already put there, if we can say so, more than 2.5 million zloty, and we did something about 30% of the needed works. So this place, very important not only for Polish history but also for a touristic movement, needs to get special funds. And if the renovation takes already 20 years, try to imagine what the priests working there are thinking about the whole process.
Probably they are annoyed already.
They will like to get rid of this church, because it's the whole people active life takes the process of the renovation. It should be done in a faster way. We need another funds. Hopefully we're going to manage it and finish this project soon. So everything, as always, is up to money.
Absolutely, but as I understand, you cooperate with Ukrainian side as they understand the importance of these places.
Kamieniec Podolski is one of the most important touristic places in Ukraine. People are traveling there from all over the Ukraine, not only Ukraine, and we are always supported by the Ukrainian side. It's not about the money, because Ukrainian state doesn't have possibilities yet to give the money for the renovation, but all the other things that are needed, it's always covered, and hopefully the time will change, and I will keep my fingers crossed for the Ukrainian state that there will come the day when they will be able to also to give some money for the renovation. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
And you haven't found the grave of Włodyjowski so far?
We are still searching. We're still searching.
And tell me, please, what are the plans for other projects of the Cultural Heritage Foundation in Poland?
We've got a long list of the monuments we'd like to renovate. All the long list of the relics that need to be renovated. But right now we're working on a project of coalition of the defenders of the heritage. There are plenty non-governmental and unofficial organizations, institutions taking care of Jewish cemeteries in Poland, Polish cemeteries in the East. These are people from Israel, from Ukraine, from several other places. And we would like to establish such two coalitions. One coalition of the defenders of Jewish cemeteries in Poland, and the second coalition of defenders of Polish cemeteries in the East. Hopefully exchanging knowledge, exchanging needs, exchanging information about such actions is really very important, because we Poles are traveling to Ukraine. We are visiting Lviv, we are visiting Kamieniec Podolski, we are visiting Jasłowiec, Kamieniec, all those historical very important cities. But in the countryside, there are plenty of places worth to see we are not visiting. And creating such a coalition of the locals, of the people who, of the former citizens of those places, could be quite a good idea to exchange information about the past of those territories. And the other step is to think about the future of those territories.
Absolutely, I'm amazed with this fact. And keep the fingers crossed that it all will work and we'll have, because otherwise those monuments, those places, those churches, those castles will just pass into nothingness, yes.
But it's our common goal. Polish, Ukrainian, Belarusian goal is to protect it, because we already understand that it's important to have it good preserved.
That's amazing, and I don't understand the fact that it was not done before. That you have to, maybe it's the goal of your life then, but that it all starts like this, and that it was not occurred before by any other, even small communities, it's absolutely astonishing.
Well, there were several organizations, institutions that were supporting it. The Ministry of Culture and National Heritage in Poland is protecting monuments abroad since 20 years, but the funds are still not enough. Right now it's the best time. Polish state started to take care of national heritage abroad in the 90s, but it was done on a very small scale. Each year it's getting larger and larger. This last 4 years was something absolutely amazing, that the funds were 2 or 3 times larger than 4 years ago, but still it's not enough. If we think about the facade in Holy Trinity Church in Oluka, the renovation costs something about 2 million zloty. So if you think,
only the facade.
So if we think about that, each year Polish state gives 10 million zloty for the whole heritage road. So 20% is one facade in one of the churches. So, well, we need much more than 10 million zloty each year. Hopefully it's going to happen in a few years.
Fingers crossed for this. It is amazing that all of this work was not done before. And to say a punchline, to summarize everything what we have heard, is to let's put ourselves together and start work of renovation and restoration of all those great places, and not to let this past and this history to vanish. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.